Hello, magical beings, and welcome to another reading by the Wild Mystics. It is so great to have you guys back. I'm sorry it's taken so long to bring out another reading, but life has been chaotic lately, so we're just thrilled to be back here in this beautiful fall season, and I really hope that all of you are healing and just enjoying life and just bringing passion to the table. So I can't wait to do this reading for you guys. Today we are asking Spirit for messages from our angels, ancestors, loved ones, and any spirit guides who wish to come through today. So in honor of the autumn season, we'll be connecting with these leaves here. And also we have runes to help you connect to each group as well. In each reading, we'll be using a variety of oracle decks, such as the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, Archangel Michael Oracle, Lightworker Oracle, as well as the Starseed Oracle, just to name a few. And then we'll look to the tarot to dive deeper into what our guides wish to communicate. And then we'll get some more advice and guidance, as well as a short walk in the woods where we can connect with each of these beautiful trees here. So without further ado, here are the three groups. Group 1, we have the beautiful maple leaf, symbolizing balance, love, longevity, and abundance. And we have the Uruz rune, which is the symbol of strength. Group 2, we have the beautiful beech leaf with the Algiz rune, and the beech leaf is a symbol of the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new, as well as a deep revelation and insight into the unknown. And group 3, we have the oak leaf, which symbolizes longevity, power, justice, and honesty. And we have the Thurisaz rune, which is the gateway rune. So I will give you a moment to connect with one of these groups, and we will hop right into your reading. See you shortly. Hello and welcome, Group 1, to your reading, where we are going to connect with our angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and loved ones. And today we're looking for supportive and loving messages from our miraculous, beautiful spirit team. And I'm just very eager to see what messages come through today. We're looking for guidance. We're looking for support. We're looking for any nudges that they can, send us in the right direction. And it's especially important during this time, this season. Right now it's autumn in the northern hemisphere, and it's a time kind of where the gateways just open up between worlds and we're able to connect with our loved ones and our spirit teams. I'm just gonna blow out that candle because it's going a little wild already. That's really exciting. All right, so group 1, if you chose the maple leaf or the Uruz rune, this is going to be your reading. And I'm first just going to get into what the Uruz rune actually means. So the Uruz rune is a symbol of strength, okay? The wild ox. So the rune of termination and new beginnings. Drawing this rune indicates that your life has outgrown its old form, and the form must end and be reborn. This rune is a passage rune, okay? It's part of the initiation cycle. So there is a lot of growth and change coming for you, Group 1. And it could mean a passage into the darkness, but that's how life is. With death and decay comes rebirth. And by going into this darkness and preparing for a potential identity loss or ego death, it just means that you are going to be reborn again into an even more powerful form, right? The snake here in the center of your reading is suggesting that you're going to be shedding old skin. I see that coming through here today, there are a lot of animal spirits that are trying to maybe connect with you, but there are also ancestors with powerful messages suggesting that you have a deep power inside you, Group 1. There is a magic within you. Okay, so you could have ancestors with an African origin, and of course we all do as humans. We all, come from Africa, but a more recent lineage could be could connect with you there, because we have balanced life. Okay, so there is this idea that you need to bring balance. I feel like you have these ancestors that are coming through and saying it's important that you bring harmony to your life as you go into these phases of death and rebirth. And I feel like autumn is a really profound time of loss, but also a rejuvenation. When those cold winds come in, it brings this energy, it brings this vitality. And I feel like a lot of us lose parts of ourselves at this particular time of the year, but we also gain something. We also gain this new power. So you could have ancestors in your past who were knights, potentially, or maybe you were a knight in a past life, but there is this bravery, this chivalrous energy coming through, reminding you to be brave and just and authentic in everything that you do. So you might connect to say like knights from the medieval times or something, that code of conduct, that chivalry, where knights are there to protect. They're there to they're there to protect, but they're there to be honest and uphold like a particular law. So I feel like as you shed your old skin, there is this deep wisdom that you're unlocking inside of you. With the owl here, the owl can see in the dark. It can feel, it can sense every little piece, moving through on the ground. And I just feel like, as you make your way into the darkness, you are going to be able to shine this light that you've maybe haven't been able to shine before. But I feel like your ancestors and your spirit guides are telling you that it's time for you to unlock the magic. It's time for you to have complete and utter trust that you have the awareness, that you have what it takes to dive even deeper into the self. The spiritual warrior befriends the self along the way, and we shed so many layers of our ego as we grow through life. And I just feel like your spirit team is telling you that you have what it takes to find and use your bravery. Use that honesty. And be honest with those around you. Be honest with your family, your friends, whoever it is. Share your honesty, because they will respect that. Even if you feel like other people won't understand you, in the end, your honesty is the light that will guide so many people out of the darkness and out of your darkness. So if this is something that might resonate with you in this particular reading, then feel free to stick around and we will dive deeper. Otherwise, feel free to check out another pile and see if you resonate with those messages. I'm also seeing that for some of you, you could resonate with the Pleiades. We have the 7 star sisters here: birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression. I feel like for some of you, you are star seeds, or you have a family of star beings who are currently watching out for you, and they're currently trying to illuminate your path. And so I feel like a lot of your you could have angels and ancestors coming through in the form of different animals. For example, like an owl could be significant. Maybe you are hearing owls, maybe you are just seeing owls in like movies or something, but you could be connecting with the owl spirit. And then donkey too. Keep your heart open no matter what. Archangels Mary and Gabriel. Donkey spirit is a very healing, very innocent energy, okay? The donkey is almost like, it's kind of like a people pleaser, the donkey works so hard, he doesn't give up, no matter what, and he's always there, he's always loyal, this energy. So keep your heart open no matter what. Like, the donkey will always be there. So Spirit is saying that there is a particular loved one out there who's telling you to keep your heart open no matter how dark life can get, because your heart, the love inside of you, group 1, is literally what is going to help to guide you as you make your way through your life. If your heart is closed, it's like trying to walk around in a cave with no lantern. Like, you're going to bump walls, you're going to hit yourself against things. Your heart, your love is the beacon. It is the wisdom. It is the guide. And so owl spirit, there is a being that's coming through, and owl is saying, I can see through the darkness. I have the ability to see through the darkness because owl has surrendered to herself. She knows who she is. She knows that she is there to, she's a hunter, right? She feels through the dark, and she's made peace with that. So I feel like group 1, you just need to make peace with your darkness and try not to be afraid of it. Because your ancestors, your star sisters are watching out for you. You have beings in the stars that are literally helping to guide you and helping to send little symbols and directions your way. So keep your eyes peeled for animals that are coming through. They might have messages for you. And there could be like synchronicities that are coming through. But yes, unlock the magic within. Group 1, you're incredibly magical. That's why I call you guys magical beings, because there is magic here. But you have this bravery behind you. But again, you need to release the old, right? Shed the old and allow yourself to be born anew. If you're holding onto old behavior patterns, old thoughts, old ways of living, like maybe you need to move out of your current situation, like a location that you're living in. Maybe it's toxic. Maybe you need to leave the old behind and move into a new place. And that's where you can flourish and grow and share your wisdom. The bee, luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. Maybe bee is coming to you. You might have connected with bees lately. Bee is all about taking the opportunities when they arise, seeing the fruits, seeing the bounty, and then jumping at it, taking that opportunity. Something beautiful is coming your way, but you need to be able to pinpoint where it is that you need to take that opportunity, where you need to jump and take that step forward. And you may need to do a little bit of work. You may need to take some time and, meditate. Take that time, connect with yourself, connect with your darkness. But that will allow you to know where it is that you need to put your energy. So I'm not sure if any of that would resonate with you guys, but I hope so. So let's get into your tarot, guys. This is beautiful energy, by the way. I'm just... with the balance and the magic and the transformation that's coming through, I just see so much bounty. And there is so much love here. Your angels and ancestors, your spirit team loves you so deeply. And they just have such faith in you and such trust that you just need to remember how magical you are, how strong you are, right? Because you have the rune of strength. Okay, the ox rune, the rune that allows you to shed the old, enter into the darkness and begin anew, right? This is the initiation rune. All right, so let's jump into your tarot, group 1. Whoops. Lots of cards there. All right, we're going to start with the Shadowscape Tarot. So what advice and guidance, what is group 1's angels and ancestors trying to communicate with group 1? Their angels, ancestors, loved ones, and spirit guides. We have the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. These are so beautiful. Oh. All right, I'm not actually going to take reversals today, so we're just going to keep them upright. What else for group 1 spirit? I feel like group 1, you guys have been through it. You guys have been through a lot. And your spirit team, like your angels and ancestors, are just like, you need a break, honestly. 3 of Swords. Yeah, group 1, you need a break. If you don't take a break soon, you're just going to burn out. King of Swords. Okay. All right, let's see. We have the 5 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like the 5 of Swords in the past is like, it's a defeat. It's a feeling of like, I can't do it anymore. And maybe you've had beings in the past that have just been taking from you and taking your energy, and you've just been trying to, work through it and just be very jovial and very, like, what's the word? Very understanding, positive. And still, these beings are just taking from you. With the 7 of Pentacles here, I feel like you've worked so hard. Like, you've put so much energy into I feel like you've put a lot of energy into your work, into your home life, and you sometimes feel like you just aren't getting the rewards that you deserve for all of the energy and the time and the love that you're putting into everything. There's this energy of the Three of Swords, like this sorrowful energy, like you've hit rock bottom, group one. And you know what? With the Uruz rune and all the oracle cards that we were seeing, there is this rebirth that needs to happen. The old you needs to disappear. And I'm not saying that it's saying goodbye to yourself is very emotionally traumatic sometimes, because we get used to our own skin. It's like we get used to our clothes, right? We get used to a certain pair of glasses, and then when we get a new pair of glasses, we're just like, oh, we feel kind of like, I don't know, maybe unsure of ourselves, or maybe the glasses is a bad example, but you know, you get bored of wearing certain clothes and you really want to like spice things up and just dress differently and just embody that new identity, get that haircut, you know? I feel like group one, you really need to shake free of the shackles of the past and just start fresh. You might need to let go of some old relationships that have been holding you down. And with the King of Swords here, this is a time to communicate openly and honestly. Your angels and ancestors, they're coming through and saying, enough is enough. I'm hearing someone come through and say, enough is enough. It's time to put your foot down, group one. It's time to step up into this warrior strength, this energy, this bravery, this knight. Okay, pull out your shield, pull out your sword like this knight here. And share your authenticity. Share your truth. Because if you keep hiding in the shadows, if you keep hiding your truth away from the world out of fear of what people might think of you, you're just going to attract more fear. You're just going to attract more confusion. You're just going to attract more people who are going to use you. So if you feel like you're exhausted, if you feel like you're burnt out, if you feel like you need to start fresh somewhere, this is a confirmation that is so true for you. Under the King of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles, okay? There is a lot of abundance. There is a lot of riches and bounty awaiting you, but you have to communicate this truth, group one. You have to cut ties with people that are no longer serving you. People, things, energies. It could be a job. It could be a place. Let's get some clarifiers. Why is that? Whoa! I tell you. You have a lot of ancestors right now, or someone's coming through and they're just saying, cut the crap. Cut the crap out of your life. You do not deserve this kind of energy anymore, group one. You deserve to be deeply respected and loved for everything that you do. We have the Lovers beneath the Five of Swords. Beautiful. Okay. All right. What are we seeing here? Some of your ancestors are saying that some of you have been, for some of you, there's a toxic relationship that needs to be openly discussed and potentially severed. Okay, because I'm noticing this tree here. It's on fire, and this tree is full of fruits. I feel like there's a decision that needs to be made, group one. There's a decision that needs to be made with regards to a relationship. Now, this could be a lover, or this could just be somebody very intensely emotionally connected to you. And for some of you, there is a choice that needs to be made. There is a person in your life that needs to be let go of, and there is a person in your life who I think you could benefit from spending more time with them. Okay, so if there is somebody who you feel romantically connected to and you feel really good about it when you're in their presence, like you feel really good about who you are when you're connected with them, then maybe that is a symbol and a sign that your ancestors are saying, move in that direction. Maybe you've been with someone for a long time, like maybe you've been in an old stagnant relationship and you're no longer being respected, you're no longer seeing the joys, you're no longer able to express yourself in a really beautiful way. And Spirit is saying it might be time to let go of the old and move into this new relationship, if there is a new relationship blossoming. But this could also just be a relationship to self too. You might need to take some time for yourself. If there isn't another relationship, say, it's important to befriend yourself and fall in love with yourself, because if you are going to continue to keep giving and giving and giving without receiving, you're going to dry up. You won't have the energy that you need. And your star beings, your star family is saying you are a beacon of light, and they understand that you want to give your love, your light to others. But in this reality, in this dualistic reality, there is a give and take. There is a light and dark, and you need to be replenished. And if others can't replenish you, you need to replenish yourself. So, Seven of Pentacles, Spirit. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? That's too many. Seven of Pentacles for Group 1, Spirit. We have the Five of Pentacles, okay? Material trouble. Being left out in the cold, okay? I feel like maybe in the past... Let me see. Oh, there's a name here. Jack. Jack could be significant to some of you. I don't know why. I never have noticed this. Oh. It's on all of the cards. Okay, I guess that's maybe the artist. Well, Jack could be an ancestor that's coming through for some of you, or some sort of loved one who's maybe passed on, who's coming through and expressing that they really, really, really want you to put the time and energy into yourself. They really want you to heal your connection to yourself, because there are so many beings out there who love you, and so many who are no longer on the material plane, who are telling you that you have the strength, you have the courage. You just need to step up and tell people the truth. Like, it's funny that you had the Knight, right? You had the Knight coming through in the Oracle cards, and then you have the King. This is somebody who doesn't beat around the bush. They don't take bullshit, okay? They say things how they are. There's a material abundance, but you can't attract it if you are constantly putting your energy into the wrong people and the wrong things. So what? Three of Swords, Spirit. We have, oh, this is beautiful. Okay, the Princess of Wands. Clarifying the Three of Swords. And we have, again, sorrow. Group 1, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is that you've been through, but it looks like you've been through quite an emotional ride. And I'm sending you my love. And your ancestors and spirit guides and angels are trying to send you their love. But I know from experience that a lot of the time when we're in this kind of sorrowful energy, we block ourselves off to love. And we continuously try to feel bad because it's something that we're familiar with. But it's an old thought pattern that's been, you know... That's a weird sound. I think that's like a fly. Okay. Yeah, we have these old thought patterns, these negative thought patterns that just put ourselves down. And it's time for you to start to see that you, Group 1, are this warrior. You have so much potential, so much energy that is waiting to be expressed with the Princess of Swords here. Okay, but... Sorry, Princess of Wands, not Princess of Swords. Princess of Wands. There is this passion, this creative fire behind you, Group 1. I feel like there's something that you want to put your energy into, whether it's a relationship, whether it's yourself, whether it's your spiritual quest, whether it's art, something, some sort of creative expression that Spirit is saying, your spiritual team, your ancestors are saying, it's time to focus on that. Focus on what lights the fire up inside you. Focus on what awakens that portal inside your heart and your soul. What awakens you? What drives you? And that will free you from this Three of Swords energy. Okay? Because the Three of Swords is all about, stabbing yourself again and again and again. Feeling sorry for ourselves too, because we've been through so much. But I do see that there is this passionate person who is just craving to be seen, craving to express themselves. And before you can come into this Princess of Wands energy, the King of Swords needs to express. Okay? So through logic, through control, through the divine masculine power of authority, it's time that you express yourself openly and honestly. And that's when your true fire can come through. I hope that made sense. We're going to get into your advice and guidance now. More oracle cards. Sorry if that was a little bit of a dark reading, group 1, but I just really want you to know that, like, you are totally being watched over. There are so many beings that are rooting for you, okay? Rooting for you guys. So let's look. We have actually like a bunch. I got a little carried away. I kind of drew a lot. We have initiation by fire. This is the light worker, number 22. From our nature spirit, spirit of earth. From the hidden realms, we have the path of the gods. I'm going to put that one here, actually. That is so beautiful. Look at that. I love this artwork. Oh, it's so beautiful. Number 2, the path of the gods, decisions, meetings, and future plans. So we had 22 and 2. 2s could be significant. 2s, you know, about change and balance and bringing things into harmony once more. We also have the compass, number 50. From the spell casting, we have good luck. Okay, good luck's coming your way, group 1. Whoops. Sorry. From the moonology, we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. That is very clear. And from the Archangel Michael, we have honor and trust your feelings. The prayer. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding, and protecting me as I listen to and act upon my feelings. Help me understand and express my emotions with love. That is so beautiful, group 1. I feel like you do need to express your emotions to someone or something. I feel like there is such love inside of you, but I feel like for beings that are people pleasers, maybe you're a people pleaser, you've just given so much of your time and so much of your energy, and it's going to create this kind of resentment. And so if you can finally express your emotions to others in a way that they'll understand, you can move out of this old stagnant energy, okay? This is interesting. Initiation by fire. I feel like this is connecting with this Princess of Wands energy, that once you unlock these emotions, maybe that you've locked away for some time, it's going to bring about this fiery phoenix energy that will burn through all of the old things that no longer serve you, okay? Everything that's been holding you back is going to fall away and turn to ash, and you will be able to be reborn like the phoenix from the ashes. She's holding these 2 balls of fire. And I feel like a choice is being made. Like, I feel like your spirit team is up there, and they're just like, we're making this choice, like, for you, in a sense. Like, we're helping to guide you. They're not making it for you. They're guiding you to the right direction through your heart. Okay, that's why I feel like your team is really working through your heart chakra. And I do feel like the spirit of the earth, if you can connect to the earth in whatever way, by going on walks or hikes or just sitting under a tree or just breathing fresh air, if you can just take the time for yourself, group 1, to connect with the earth spirits, it's really going to help you connect with where it is that you really want to put your energy. I feel like it's going to allow you to connect with beings who you really want to share and create with. I feel like your soul family is waiting. And you may have already met a member of your soul family. Okay, this could be even a member of your spirit team that's incarnated in human form. And I feel like maybe you're meeting up with them, with these 2 beautiful little angels here. But your angels are saying, if you connect with your heart, we can speak to you through your heart. Your loved ones can speak to you through your heart. So whatever lights your fire, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's writing, whatever it is, whether it's being outside in the woods, whatever it is, whatever lights your heart up, that is how your loved ones, your angels, your ancestors are going to be able to communicate with you, communicate guidance and wisdom, and help you on your path. With the compass here, I feel like in the past, maybe you haven't known where to put your energy, but that's because you've been lost in this darkness, this sorrowful three of swords energy. And once you step out of that, once you step out of the darkness and into the light, you're able to start to see everything in a new way. Like you're able to you're able to open your eyes and actually see where the sun is rising and where it's setting and where the moon is and what phase it's in. You're able to see things finally and know where it is that you want to go, know which path you want to take. When you're in the darkness or when you're lost at sea, if it's dark, you can't know where it is that you're going. You need a compass. You need something to guide you. And your compass, group 1, is your heart. Your compass is the love, the passion that you feel. So find that thing that drives you, find that thing that fuels you, and go to it. And that is what your ancestors and angels, that's what they're trying to communicate. Open your heart, and they can help you the rest of the way. Good luck is awaiting you. So work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, work through that which frightens you, because once you've made it through the darkness, once you've made it through that ordeal, you're a knight. I feel like you've been a page and you're like a squire and then you're becoming a knight. I feel like you've been through so much. Like pages, they work so hard. They have so many more chores. They have so much work to perform to become a squire, which then, the squire works for the knight. The squire takes care of the knight, and then the squire has to perform like a task before they can, become a knight and receive knighthood. So I feel like you're still a squire, group 1, but you have the heart of a knight. And I feel like the angels are just up there just singing right now. They're so excited for your future. So there is good luck on your path, group 1. So if any of this resonated, feel free, please share your energy with us, comment if you feel called to, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will link down below a list of the different leaves and nature walks to go on if you feel connected to these leaves and want to hear maybe some channeled messages from the forest. That will be linked below. If you're leaving me here, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. And thank you so much, angels, ancestors, for coming through today. Thank you, loved ones who are there always watching out for us, and our beautiful spirit teams. Thank you. We will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 2, and welcome to another reading by the Wild Mystics. If you chose the beautiful Beech Leaf or the Algiz Rune, this is going to be your reading where we connect with angels and ancestors and spirit team and any spirit guides and loved ones who wish to come through and communicate any helpful guidance and messages today. The sun honestly just came out, so I feel like there are so many beings, so many spiritual guides and angels and ancestors who are clearly watching out for you right now. They are sending you their love with open hearts, open minds, open spirits, and they're just wrapping you in a blanket of golden healing light right now. This is so beautiful, group 2. I see it too, with this beautiful golden leaf. I just feel like your solar plexus chakra is opening, and you're having the confidence and you're having the awareness and the peace of mind to be able to express yourself. It's beautiful. Okay, we're going to jump into your reading now. You chose the Algiz Rune. Okay, so I'm just going to read you a little bit of information from the beautiful Book of Runes here by Ralph Bloom. Protection and Elk. Control of the emotions is at issue here. During times of transition, shifts in life take their course and accelerated self-change happens. But it's important not to collapse yourself into all of your emotions and your highs and lows, but know that new opportunities and challenges await you. Okay, so this particular rune helps protect you during massive transformation, okay? The Algiz serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior, the one whose battle is always with the self. And the protection of the warrior is like the warning rustle of the sedge grass or the curved horns of the elk. Both serve to keep open space around you. So be very mindful right now. If you feel pain, try to just observe it and don't fall into the darkness. Don't fall into the emotions of it. Know that you are protected. Know that you are loved. And know that you are progressing in the way that you are meant to. So this is the protection rune. All right, so let's jump into your reading. This is beautiful, beautiful energy, group 2. I love the colors so far too. We have this beautiful emerald green, turquoise, red, violet. I just feel like there is so much color and vibrancy that is coming into your life right now. If you felt stagnant or in the darkness, that's about to change, you guys. I feel like there is so much beauty and abundance and creativity that is getting ready to bloom. I'm noticing that you have a lot of different angels and ancestors and guides right now who are connecting with you. You could have loved ones who have passed on who are watching out for you. I feel like there is this particular, there's a being, the fire guardian here. I feel like this is the soul, the spirit of a young man, a young masculine energy, but also feminine, a young vibrant spirit who wants you to express your passions no matter what. They're saying, don't give up, just do it. Just take your passions by the horns and go with the flow. Okay, you have star ancestors who are telling you to follow the voice of your soul. And you have this hunter energy, this warrior who's saying, track down your fears and find your desires so that you can then ignite your passion and express it like fire. Fire is very creative. Yes, it's destructive, but it blooms things into the new, right? It crafts new fertile soil for seeds to grow. So make friends. I feel like friendship is the alchemy of success here in this Sufi wisdom. And I feel like not only is it important to make friends with those beings around you, but it's important to make friends with your passions and see these passions as not like a task, not as something to like, not as like an obstacle or work or something you have to do, but as something that you want to do. Make friends with your passions. Make friends with your soul and yourself. Actually, my friend who I see as the fire guardian here, he passed away this summer. It's interesting. He always used to say, like, befriend yourself along the way, because in the end, all we truly have is ourselves, right? Yes, we have our angels and our ancestors that are watching out for us, but sometimes we have a hard time like hearing them if we are, resonating at like a dark kind of frequency. Sometimes they can't hear us, or like when you're following your bliss and you're in harmony, you often like will connect to your angels. And they want, because they want to bathe in your energy, they want to bathe in that beauty and abundance with you. But sometimes when you're in a hole, like in a dark place, it's harder for you to connect with some of these beings sometimes. Not all the time. Like some beings are here to help us from like out of the shadows, but oftentimes it's up to us to pull ourselves out. And so the fire guardian is saying, I hear someone saying, like, befriend yourself. Know that you are like your truest friend. Befriend your, like, when I say self, I mean like that identity. Like if you get the chance to go on a walk, just talk to yourself. Like maybe if you're not around other people, you can just open up and just communicate with your soul a little bit. I feel like that would be very helpful for you guys. That's what your spirit team, your ancestors and angels are trying to say. So if that resonates with you, feel free to keep listening. If it doesn't resonate, maybe pick a different pile. But otherwise, we're going to keep going. So with the medicine woman, medicine man, I feel like there could be someone in your life who has a lot of wisdom that you might heed. Okay, now this could be somebody who is older than you, but but it could also be an ancestor like in your past. Like maybe there is maybe someone in your past, like a grandmother or some sort of like great grandparent, or someone in your past was maybe a medicine woman or a medicine man, and I feel like they're trying to connect with you, and they're trying to remind you of your own spiritual sovereignty, in that you can heal yourself, that you don't need to necessarily rely on I'm not saying that you do rely on external substances or drugs. Often we do need drugs to help balance the chemicals in our bodies, but the medicine woman man in your heritage or your lineage is saying, that you can heal yourself through medicinal plants, through meditation, through your connection to your spirit, through shamanic journeying. If I were you, I would take some time to maybe research into what shamanic journeying is all about, because shamans have the ability to go between worlds, to the lower world, the upper world, to connect with ancestors, to connect with angels and spirit guides, to help them heal themselves through the mind. So that might be a very valuable key to try and heal yourself through shamanic journeying, if that's something that you're interested in. Otherwise, you could maybe find a healer who you could learn from. Maybe Reiki is significant to you. Maybe someone in your life has practiced Reiki. Maybe you've had maybe you've had ancestors in the past who have studied the art of healing, and they're telling you maybe that is within you too, that healing gift is within you, group 2. If that's a passion of yours, go with it. Whatever the passion is that's pulling you, go with it. If you feel connected to healing plants, maybe that's your passion. Maybe you want to go into that. Or if you feel connected to, drawing plants or whatever, it could be anything. But yeah, be relaxed and independent. Archangel Raphael, the cat. So it's interesting because we have make friends, but then we have guard. Like, I feel like you also need to guard your independence. I feel like the journey to self is extremely, is a very solo journey. But at the same time, there is this surrender that you need to have when you go within. And I feel like you've taken a lot of time, group 2, to go within. And I feel like you've maybe even connected to your star ancestor roots in the past. So you might feel connected to the star seed journey, and in so doing, you might have also felt separated from a lot of people, because in this culture, we aren't necessarily as open about our spiritual healing journeys as we ought to be. But those times are changing. But we also have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So you could resonate with being an Orion starseed, or you could resonate with having someone in your life who is an Orion starseed or who has Orion connections. This could also be some distant star relative who is trying to connect with this energy and trying to encourage you to overcome conflicts in your life. Oh my gosh, there's 2 cards here. They're stuck together. You guys got 2. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Interesting. I do feel like there is, I'll just put that there. I do feel like, group 2, if there is a conflict in your life, a resolution is coming. But I feel like it's important for you to witness this conflict from a higher perspective, okay? The witness here is all about observing and not necessarily taking action, but observing all the different perspectives, observing all the different options before making a move. So you're witnessing your reality unfold from a higher perspective, and you're guarding your independence, and you're not letting others walk all over you. And I feel like if there has been some sort of karmic relationship that you've been going through, and you've been dealing with maybe somebody who's been narcissistic, it's important that you maybe distance yourself from that energy and find your independence again. Because I know that when we enter into these kind of narcissistic relationships, we often lose ourselves along the way in trying to please others. So it's very, but it can be very healing for our souls to undergo this kind of alchemical process with these beings who pull out our darkness. We get to befriend our darkness along the way in these relationships. Everything is a part of our soul's evolution, right? So track down your fears, track down your desires, trust the voice of your soul, know that your star ancestors are there, know that your loved ones, whether you have grandparents who are watching out for you, whether you have distant ancestors who are reminding you of your hunter-gatherer roots, to overcome those fears, to sit and meditate and wait for the opportune moment. This is beautiful energy, you guys. There is this, I feel like you are so strong, group 2. There is this independence, and I feel like you're getting ready to be able to express who and what you truly are. And I feel like the passions are going to be that kind of fire that really helps to like ground you. I know that fire doesn't seem like a grounding thing, but I feel like the fire, by burning all the things away that have been holding you back, I feel like it's going to just reveal the bones, reveal that which is the foundation of who and what you truly are, and you're going to be able to rebuild, freeing yourselves from karmic relationships and surrendering to this new path that I feel like is opening up, this new inspiration, this new creative force that is getting ready to be expressed within you. You're protected though, group 2. You are so deeply protected. Your ancestors are all watching out for you. Okay, whether that's the medicine being, the medicine woman or medicine man in your life, whether that's the star beings, whether that's loved ones who have passed on, they are there. They are there reminding you that you have the strength and that you are protected. So we're going to get into your tarot now, group 2. I'm so excited to see what comes out for you guys. Oh, I love your energy. I love it so much. Okay, so we're going to be using the Crowley Thoth Tarot to start. This is a really special tarot deck to me because it was given to me by my grandma. She used to use these cards, and I used to play with them when I was a kid, and I didn't know what any of them meant, but like I was obsessed with the pictures and obsessed with how they made me feel. And so now that she's passed on, I feel like the cards have even more of her energy in them. So I'm very excited to use them for you guys, group 2. So what does group 2? Oh, Ace of Swords. A new opportunity. A new opportunity for you guys to be able to express yourselves and offer up clarity. There is a clarity coming to your life. If there has been confusion, stagnancy, there is this clarity that is going to come to you. You're going to know exactly what you need to do, exactly where you need to put your energy. Your spirit team is working behind the scenes and they're like, okay, we almost have everything in alignment for group 2 to be able to see things in this beautiful new perspective. Like this green sword here, I feel like is all about cutting away that which no longer serves you and taking the opportunity to start something fresh. This is fresh, creative energy here. And then you've got this golden yellow behind and the blue, the opening of the throat chakra, the opening of confidence in the solar plexus, and then the heart chakra, being able to express your heart's desires. Group 2. Beautiful. So this is an opportunity that's coming in. Aces are always opportunities, and you can choose whether or not to take this opportunity. We also have the Knight of Discs. What else? For what group 2's angels and ancestors are trying to communicate to group 2. Oh, we had a flipper. We had a flipper. Oh my gosh, the Ace of Wands. No way. Okay, so we have like 2 aces. 2 new beginnings. 2 opportunities coming in, you guys. Oh my gosh, bottom deck energy is the 2 of Cups. I'm in love with this. I'm in love with your energy, group 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like there's a new opportunity coming for you to be able to be open and honest and authentic. Okay? There's another opportunity here where you're going to be able to express your creativity, your dynamism, your passions to the world. Okay, so if you've been working on something, if you've been working on a creative project, there is like new energy and vitality that's coming through. I feel like your projects, if they've felt kind of stagnant, like you've put a lot of effort and energy into these projects, I feel like. Whether it's like a family, whether it's your family, whether it's, your career, whether it's like your own human body, like whether you've been trying to nurture yourself, I feel like you've been working so hard, and maybe you felt like you haven't been reaping the benefits, but something's going to come into your life that's going to just send kind of like a resurgence of energy where you're going to be able to see everything from this new perspective. You're going to be like, oh, why didn't I do it like this? Like, there's going to be like a new physical activity. Maybe you're going to be joining like a new like hobby or something, and you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I start like fencing all these years ago? It's something I've always wanted to do. And then you get into fencing and you fall in love with someone, you know, like the Two of Cups here. Like this is love. This is soulmate energy. This is an exchange of emotional riches. So I feel like from these opportunities, there is going to be love that comes from it. Whether you're able to put love into your family or a project or something, I feel like love is coming for you guys. This is Cancerian energy, I believe. This is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like you with the Knight of Discs, like the Knight has put so much work. They've been slow, they've been steady, they've been methodical, and I feel like now they're about to reap the benefits. The opportunities are coming in. You might get a lot of like maybe job offers, or maybe like a place that maybe you want to move to a new place and you're going to be getting all these different like housing opportunities, or maybe you're going to be getting all kinds of musical gigs, or you're going to be just having all these opportunities on social media. You could be getting a lot more followers. Like there's just going to be a lot of new opportunities coming your way. Group 2. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. So we're using the Shadowscape for the clarifiers, and I'm not taking reversals, as you've probably noticed. Sorry, that was less about what your ancestors and angels are saying, but they're saying that new portals are opening, right? New doors are opening for you guys. They're like, you've almost made it. You're almost made it. Ah. Okay, what do we have? The King of Pentacles. I tell you, the King of Pentacles is extremely abundant and grounded, and he knows where his energy is going. Okay? He has a kingdom, basically. I love how he's like growing out of this tree here. Deeply rooted in the ground. And then his arms are like outspread into these branches. So I feel like there is like a legacy that you're going to be leaving behind in this reality. You're going to be spreading your abundance. You're going to be spreading all of everything that you've worked for as the Knight of Discs. Like the Knight in this, oh my gosh, the Knight in this deck is the King. So you have the King of Pentacles twice. Well, okay, whoa. I feel like you might be attracting a King of Pentacles into your life. Or if you're embodying this King of Pentacles energy, this like deeply grounded, abundant, fertile like being, I feel like you're attracting love. I feel like you're attracting like a mate, or someone from your soul family is coming through. This is such beautiful energy. I feel like you have so much wealth and so much abundance that's coming your way. But the King of Pentacles twice. Wow, okay. Let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Why is this Knight of Pentacles here, Spirit? Why is this Knight of... That one flew right out. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay, let's see. The Knight of Swords. What a gorgeous image this is. I feel like the Knight of Swords is somebody who is a very independent being, right? Like knights are very independent, but yet they uphold their honor, and they protect others, and they work to help protect the realm. So I feel like you are working to help protect not only your integrity, but of those whom you love. You are always there to help protect those who mean something to you. And I feel like your ancestors and your angels, they know that. They know that you would do anything for the ones that you love. And I feel like there's this strength, this warrior energy that is coming through here. And that, wow, I feel like there is like this divine masculine energy that is just exuding from these cards. This could be, I see it actually as there is a divine masculine who, for some of you, who has passed on in your life. It could be a grandfather, it could be a father, an uncle, someone who is coming through who is saying, you have what it takes to be able to step into the role of leader. of a powerful leader, whether it's in a family sense, whether it's in like a career sense. You have this authority to be able to guide and lead others, and you don't need to be afraid, and you don't need to second guess yourself, because you have the love of these ancestors, these divine masculine ancestors that are coming through to tell you to take the opportunities that come your way, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right. Why is, oh, sorry, I'm spilling everything. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Ace of Wands, Spirit. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Ace of Wands. This is such a beautiful new beginning for you guys. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. The Devil. Oh my gosh. Look at that. There's like a heart. He's holding a heart in his claws there. Interesting. So the Devil is all about kind of attachments and addictions and kind of those desires, those dark desires that we have. But honestly, our passions are sometimes deeply intertwined with these dark desires that we have, you know? We have a passion to maybe dance really erotically or something. And for some people, they see that as a really, like a really crude way to express oneself. But no, dancing erotically is extremely natural. It's extremely natural to express oneself in our sexuality. And because we've been so repressed in our society, our sexuality has been so repressed, it expresses itself in these really vibrant and exotic ways. When something's been like caged for so long, it just wants to break free and expand, right? So this Devil energy here, it's like you've maybe locked away a part of yourself. Your ancestors are saying, don't be afraid of that part that you've locked away. You have to befriend that part of yourself. You have to befriend that shadow side, that side that's craving to be expressed, because the longer you hide it away, the darker and more like malignant it can become. What I mean to say is that sometimes when we repress ourselves, our darkness can come out tenfold. So it's best to acknowledge our darkness, acknowledge it, and become aware of those shadows so that we can deal with them. So if we have a problem and we medicate ourselves with alcohol or drugs or something, it's because we're too afraid to look at our darkness. We're trying to cope, but that's not necessarily the healthiest way to cope. Sometimes, you know, going on a shamanic journey or connecting with a healer who can help you traverse these dark realms of ourselves, right? It's important to have friendship. It's important to have guidance. It's important to have that support. But your angels and ancestors are saying that they are here to help you. They are here to support you. All you need to do is ask for their help, and you don't need to feel like you are alone in this world. They're going to be offering up all these opportunities for you. Opportunities to express yourself, opportunities to create a new self, and to not be afraid of things that you find pleasurable. The Devil is all about pleasure and humor and having fun. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to give in sometimes. It's important to enjoy the fruits of life, of the 3D realm, but within balance, right? So I think that these spirit guides and ancestors are telling you that your passion might come from a dark place, but that's not to say that it is not going to bring such joy, such abundance, and such love. Artists are some of the darkest souls, right? But they use their darkness to craft and create magic. So the bottom deck energy was the Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Swords is all about moving away from something, moving away from an old energy that no longer serves. And we have the Emperor under that, coming into this balance, coming into this grounded leadership energy. So I feel like the Six of Swords is about leaving behind. it's about leaving behind loneliness. I feel like you're coming into a union, either with a deeper union with yourself, or you are attracting someone into your life where you are going to have a deeper union. It could be a friendship, it could be a romantic connection, but I feel like there is this deeper union that is being manifested with the help of your angels and ancestors and your spirit team. I feel like they're saying like this divine masculine being that's coming through is saying, don't be afraid of standing up for yourself. Don't be afraid to assert your boundaries. Don't be afraid to come into that power. Because there's this idea that the masculine is tyrannical, that the masculine is violent, right? That's the negative of the masculine. But the masculine has such a power, such a courageousness, such a strength, that I feel like we need to embody that. And that's what this divine masculine energy, this ancestor that's coming through, is saying for some of you, that you don't need to be afraid of the masculine part of you. Okay, that could have been a dark part of yourself. Maybe there's this aggression. You could have aggression or violent thoughts. Okay, and that is the wounded masculine coming through. But Spirit is saying, your spirit team is saying, it's okay to feel those things. Don't suppress them, look at them, and then move forward. Integrate them into who you are. Yes, we all have darkness. We all have parts of us that we don't want to look at, but your star ancestors are there to help you follow the true voice of your soul. And that these tendencies to feel aggression or anger or these fears, it's a human construct. It's an egoic response, and you don't need to be afraid, because you have the support. You have the support of the universe and all your guides. So let's move into your advice and guidance. Whoa. And then if you're interested in going on a walk in the woods, you can choose the different leaf options, which I will link below for you guys. All right, what do we have here for you guys? All right, so from the Lightworker Oracle, we have Soul Child. From the Enchanted Maps, number 21, Field of Dreams. So that's 14. From the Hidden Realms, we have the Liminal Dance, Delicacy, Fragility, and Transience. The liminal space is into the unknown, okay? I feel like with all these opportunities that are coming your way, I feel like you're dancing into the unknown and being reborn. I feel like you're going to be like a child seeing your life with fresh eyes. It's beautiful. Beautiful energy to be in. Ooh, financial health from the spellcasting. I do see incredible wealth and abundance coming for you guys. With the two kings, the kings of pentacles coming through there, there is some extreme abundance coming for you guys. You're going to be well taken care of. You just have to know that you are protected and have faith. Trust that it's coming, and to take the divine action, to take that opportunity when it arises, okay? Don't let the opportunity go. Do not let it slip through your fingers, because these opportunities that are coming through are extremely vital. They hold a lot of abundance. We have Truth from the Wisdom of the Avalon, number 51. From the Moonology, we have Your Hard Work is Paying Off, New Moon in Capricorn. Honestly, you've been working so hard with the Knight of Pentacles. Like the King, he's crafting a legacy, right? He's working so hard to craft a legacy where he can support and protect others. He knows what he wants. He knows where he wants to go, and he's moving steadily towards his goal. Okay? He can literally manifest and summon anything, this Knight of Pentacles energy. Financial health is coming for you guys, and you're going to bloom this field of dreams into reality. Any dream you desire can come true right now, I feel. And from the Archangel Michael, we have Romance Angels are helping you. Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. honestly, with the Two of Cups as your bottom deck energy, I feel like you are attracting your soulmate. For those of you who haven't already attracted your soulmate, there is a powerful soul connection coming for you guys. And for those of you who are with your soulmate, there is going to be a deepening bond between you and your mate. I feel like, yeah, you've worked so hard that you are about to enter into a space, this liminal space, where all the opportunities, all of the doorways are beginning to open. And we saw that with the aces there, right? You are like a king. You have, I feel like in the first pile, they were like becoming a knight, but you, group 2, you're a king. Okay, you have the power, you have the strength, you have the abundance behind you. Okay, you're getting ready to be reborn again, and in that space, when you surrender, like I said, all the doors open. You are transiting between one reality into another one. And the reality that you're entering into is a reality of financial abundance, expression, and truth, where your hard work is truly paying off and where you are attracting your soulmate and your soul family. That is what your ancestors and angels are communicating with you, to have faith and trust that your new reality is being born as we speak. This is such beautiful energy. You are a child of the universe, like a soul child being reborn again. And honestly, you could be birthing something. You could be getting ready to give birth to like a new human life, or a creative project, or a new way of perceiving reality. There is this beautiful, like when you're in this beautiful energy of the unknown, all the opportunities are just vibrating, waiting to be set into motion. So set your intention, set your manifestation, and watch it bloom. Your hard work is paying off and the truth is coming. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Group 2, for sharing your energy with me today. This has just been inspiring. Like, I'm deeply inspired by you guys, and I can't wait to see what you craft and create. If you want to share your comments, give us a like if any of this resonated, subscribe, or let anyone else know about these videos if you think they would resonate with them. So thank you so much. If you'd like to go on the walk, the links are down below. If you're leaving me here, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you, angels and ancestors, guides, spirit team, for coming through today. Thank you so much. We are forever grateful, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to another reading by the Wild Mystics. If you chose the beautiful oak leaf, sorry for bumping the camera. If you chose this majestic oak leaf, this is going to be your reading. Or if you chose the Thurisaz, I believe it's called the rune. Thurisaz, yep, the gateway rune. Then this is going to be your reading, all about what are your ancestors, your angels, and your spirit team. What messages are coming through from them? What advice and support are they trying to bring you at this time? So with the gateway rune, it's a symbol that indicates that there is work to be done, both inside and outside of oneself, okay? The gateway is the frontier between heaven and earth. You've arrived at a place where you can finally recognize that you are ready to dive into the divine of yourself and to illuminate your experience so that you can shine out your authentic form, okay? So it's all about analyzing and contemplating. You're being confronted with what it means to be truly your authentic self. What's been hidden from you? Now it's time to examine everything, okay? So this rune is all about waiting, okay? It's about analyzing. It's about slowing down to relax. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. This is fascinating energy, Group 3. I am so enraptured by this energy. It's like the pieces of a puzzle coming together. We have the warrior here. Be fearless and stand strong with this divine masculine, number 10, power of the divine masculine energy here. These two divine masculines. And then we have over here the oracle. Wait for important information and slow down to relax. It's a very divine feminine energy of surrender. And then in the center, we have hold the space, the druid. So some of you might connect to druids. You might connect to the forest because the druids are the keepers of the woods. They're the keepers of the woodland realm. They connect and speak to trees. So you might feel called to going on one of the walks later where I go and walk through the forest and connect to each of the different trees. So maybe you want to do that after. The serpent. The serpent is all about shedding the old and being reborn into the new, okay? Serpents shed their skin and they have a stronger, thicker, younger coat when they do this, okay? So I feel like you are entering into a place where you need to hold your ground, okay? The spirits and your ancestors are saying, they are here to help ground you. They are here to help you reach a state of peace and balance and meditation where you won't feel rushed, you won't feel confused, you'll just feel at peace, okay? You're entering into a place where you will feel stable and where you can analyze all of your options. That's what this rune, the gateway rune, is all about. It's about you waiting to make the decision to move forward into one of the many portals. So see through illusion into truth, Archangel Dorenka, which is the bat. You might feel connected to bat spirits lately. You might have bats that kind of come into your reality. Bats are messengers and they are inspiring you to see through falsities, to see through masks within yourself, but also within others. So if this resonates with you, keep watching. And if you don't feel like this resonates, then maybe there is a different pile that you would resonate with. But otherwise, we'll keep going. It's interesting over here, next to the divine feminine, which I didn't even do this on purpose, but you have this kind of blue and purple energy here, and then the orange and red energy, which is kind of the, you know, the lower chakras, which you see as more of a masculine energy, and then the divine like throat chakra, expression, and violet energy here, which feels like a more feminine energy, right? Passive versus active. But it's interesting because the bat is all about seeing through the illusions, right? And I feel like a lot of the time, masculine, like not just masculine energy, but there's this idea that the masculine are meant to hide their fear, hide their emotions, right? And they're not allowed to be afraid. They're not allowed to express that fear. They have to be the courageous ones, the ones that are able to battle, you know, other warriors or other creatures in the forest, right? To show emotion is a sign of weakness, which is very unfortunate for the masculine energy, and they are working through that. But what this is encouraging for you, group 3, it's encouraging you to see through the illusions of the ego. What illusions, what masks are you holding on to that no longer serve you? What falsities, what illusions of power or illusions of confidence are you hiding behind? Like, what masks are you hiding behind to show off that maybe you're stronger than you really... Like, I'm not saying that you're not strong, but I'm saying, like, a lot of the time, like, you see people go to the gym and they work out and they look all buff, but when it really comes down to it, they're actually really afraid to face their fears, right? They look really strong, but when it comes down to actually facing, like, say, like someone face to face, like in taking action or something, they're too afraid to do it. So it's like all, what is the word? It's like all play, like all, it's a show off move, right? Like it's not real. It's a mask. So Spirit is saying, and your ancestors are saying, release the masks, find your authentic self. If you connect with the druids, you may have had a past life where you either were a druid or you actually have ancestors that were druids. Okay, so the trees are trying to speak to you now. I feel like there is a lot of wisdom that is held within the trees, within your ancestors who were able to communicate with the trees. There might have been warriors within your lineage. Okay, beings that were able to stand strong despite all of the obstacles within their way. And I feel like you are being encouraged to embody that warrior energy, but at the same time, surrender and know when to take action. It's divine action. It's divine timing. Do not carelessly take action. Wait for the divine moment. Wait for the opportune moment, as Jack Sparrow would say. Wait for your intuition to know. Okay? The peace pipe. The peace pipe is about sharing in community and coming together with a common purpose, but also inspiring us to see a cleaner, clearer, more harmonious future. So if you resonate with like consuming cannabis or something, you'll notice that like cannabis is very, like, it's a very relaxing plant, right? It helps you to relieve your stress, and some forms of it actually help to relieve trauma and anxiety. But it is addictive, so obviously, like, caution with any drug you intake. I am not condoning any of that. But yes, take time to relax, take time to breathe through this transformation that you're going through. But again, ground yourself, connect to the trees, hold your space. Once you do that, then you will connect with your intuition. You'll be able to connect and trust your voice so that then you can be fearless and strong. You have to know what your spirit, your soul is saying, right? Your ancestors are saying, you can't hear what your soul is trying to tell you if there are all these other voices in your ear, if there are all these like egoic nonsense noises in your head saying like, oh, you shouldn't do this because like, what will they think of you? Or you have to do this thing because if you don't, like, these people will look down on you, or, you know, just stop listening to necessarily what other people are saying and listen to the voice of your soul. Okay, so let's see. We also have, I was going to get into this energy, the water fairy, feelings and emotions, number 28. Okay, and then we have whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. There is a really beautiful story unfolding here, group 3, for you guys. I just want to make sure I'm actually recording. Yes, okay. There is this call for you to connect with your emotions. Okay, to dive deep within your emotions. And if there's something that needs to be expressed, an emotion that needs to be expressed to the world, Spirit is saying, your ancestors are saying, stand strong, hold the space, wait for the divine timing, and then express yourself. But you will know when it is the right time to express yourself, group 3. You will know. You will feel it. Okay? You're waiting for the storm to move through, and when it has moved through, the light will shine out and you will see clearly. You are here to connect and feel with your emotions by relaxing and meditating through them, not forcing anything, but standing strong and witnessing these emotions and not judging them, taking them in and accepting them for what they are, and giving love and non-judgment to these emotions. Because we all have emotions. We all have emotions that throw us and try to shake us off our course, but they are, in a sense, a compass that guides us where we are meant to go. Our emotions remind us what it is that we need to release and what it is that we need to attract and manifest within our life to help us follow our soul's bliss. So connecting with your emotions as like through the divine masculine. I feel like there is a divine masculine here who is needing to connect with their emotions. And if there's an ancestor in the past that you've had, group 3, maybe you've had a male ancestor in your past that you knew of who wasn't maybe able to connect with their emotions well. They're telling you, please, for me, can you continue to express your emotions, like connect with your emotions and don't be afraid to do this. Or perhaps you had a divine masculine energy in your life who was very inspiring to you. Maybe you lost a loved one, a friend, a father, a grandfather who helped you to connect to your emotions, or who was connected to their emotions, and they could fuel as an inspiration for you to connect to yours. So use that being as a mechanism for your own internal growth between your emotional realm and that solar plexus expressive energy that the warrior so fearlessly stands for. I see peace. I see groundedness. I see transformation. There is such beauty here when you surrender, group 3. So we're going to get into your tarot now. I'm absolutely in love with this energy. It's so inspiring to see this story unfold, connecting to one's emotions and embracing the divine masculine. It's absolutely, absolutely awe-inspiring. So just keep up with the transformative healing work that you are doing, group 3. It is so desperately needed on this planet. So we're going to get into the tarot. We're going to start with the Crowley Thoth Tarot because this was given to me by my grandma. She used to use it all the time in her readings, and as a kid I always looked through them, and I was so enraptured by all the drawings, and I didn't know what they meant, but they gave me this feeling. So she's with me in spirit right now. And for those of you who have lost your grandmas, I know that the grandma energy is so strong right now. They are our mothers, in a sense, watching out for us and always trying to protect us, always trying to show us the way back to abundance. So, group 3's angels and ancestors and spirit team, what are they trying to communicate? What messages do they have for group 3 right now? What messages do they have? Oh, that was a quick message. We're not taking reversals today. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Hanged Man. Knight of Cups is actually the King of Cups in this Crowley Thoth Tarot. So we also have the Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness gracious. So these are two kings in a sense. The King of Wands and the King of Cups. This is beautiful energy. I swear, this is divine masculine energy coming through. You might resonate with pile 2 because there was a powerful divine masculine coming through in that reading as well. We had 2 kings as well. This is beautiful. Very alchemical energy. You could, yes, I do see for some of you, there is a divine masculine ancestor in your past who is trying to communicate with you and tell you that you stand at the brink of such abundance and such inner knowing and awareness. I feel like for a lot of you, there is a call to work with a spiritual guru or to become a master healer. That could be one of a path that's being called to you. Okay, your bottom deck energy is the 4 of Swords. With this Hangman energy, I feel like whoever is reaching through from this reading is calling you, group 3, to see from a higher perspective. And that's what these oracle cards were about. They were about stepping back and seeing your reality from a higher perspective without getting lost in your emotions, right? Being able to analyze and connect with your emotions without being taken by them, right? It's like sailing through a storm. You're sailing through the storm. You're not sailing against the storm in a sense, even though it feels like that when the waves are climbing high. But the Knight of Cups is someone who is deeply connected to their emotions. A very, very emotionally mature divine masculine energy. And the Knight of Wands is somebody who is dynamic, is expressive, is not afraid to share their creative power with the world. And so I feel like once you step back, it's allowing you to know where it is that you want to put your energy, where it is that you want to put your love, what it is that you want to create. I really feel like you resonate with pile 2. It's very similar. And the 4 of Swords is fascinating because the 4 of Swords is all about taking a step back, contemplating and meditating on your reality so that the rose of recognition can unfold, right? The 4 of Swords, it's analytical. It's air energy, right? So it's analyzing, it's intellectual, it's looking at all of the different options before making a move. But there is this divine masculine energy, this power, this warrior energy behind the decisions that you are going to be making. So you will know where to move to. But with the fire and water, it's so alchemical. There is something being born from the emergence of these two energies. Let's clarify. We've got to clarify here. I'm going to clarify with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. So, Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here? for group 3, Knight of Cups energy spirit. Oh, wow. I love how they like, it's like a portrait almost. They're like bordering this Hanged Man. They're like facing each other. I feel like you're really facing a problem. Like, you're not afraid to face something. You're not afraid to give your love to someone. You're entering into a state where you're not afraid to give your love. You're going to be giving openly and honestly. You're going to be expressing openly and honestly without wearing these masks, right? The Hanged Man is shaved. Like, they're able to see clearly without being encumbered by their hair. I know that's like a strange way to perceive it, but... And then you have the snake coiled at the bottom. It's encouraging the Hanged Man to shed that skin. The snake right now lies dormant, waiting to shed its skin, right? It's gestating. It's currently transforming. So the transformation is still happening right now, you guys. It's still happening. And these energies, these ancestors are coming through to say, we are holding the space for you. We are protecting you during this time of deep transformation. We have the Fool, okay? Clarifying the Knight of Cups. If you've been afraid to express your emotions, group 3, Spirit is saying it's almost time to take the risk. It's time to take the leap and start fresh. The Fool is all about new beginnings. It's about a fresh start. It's about taking those risks and trusting and having faith that you're going to take the right action. It's somebody who isn't afraid anymore, right? They've been through it. They're a warrior in a sense. Okay, the Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here, Spirit? Why is the Hanged Man in the center of our reading? We have Death. Okay, Scorpio energy, clarifying the Hanged Man. If this isn't about a new reality opening up for you, a new perception, then I don't know what to say. This is incredible. So, death, rebirth, okay? You are shedding this skin. You are starting new. And you will have the decision to make of what powerful energy to embody as you enter into this new quest, this new reality. The Fool isn't afraid to take a risk. Death has entered into the darkest parts of itself, okay? And it has come out reborn. But we have to let go of that which no longer serves us. We have to let go of those old ways of perceiving things to move ourselves forward. So if there is some sort of conservative notion in your mind of how you have done things, of how you've always done things, or this is how my family has always done it, or this is how we've always done it, you need to break away from that. That needs to be let go of in order for you to move into this new energy where you have the energy to be able to express and create that future. So maybe you're a creator, maybe you are an artist or something. You need all the energy, all the passion and vitality behind you to bring that project or that manifestation to fruition. And if you have your hands in other baskets in the past, you cannot have enough energy to move forward unless you use that energy, unless you use those past incidences as energy. If you alchemize them, then you can use them. You can use the darkness as fuel. Otherwise, you have to let it go. The Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Knight of Wands. Look at all these major arcana here. This is incredible. I love the balance of this reading. All right. We have the Five of Swords, defeat, and the bottom of the deck energy is the Six of Cups, pleasure, nostalgia, past life. There's a mother and a daughter here in the Six of Cups energy. So there could be someone from your past coming back. Oh, we have the Ten of Cups underneath. Emotional fulfillment. There could be someone from your past. It could be someone who has passed on, a loved one who is trying to communicate with you and tell you to take a step back. Okay? You need to stop trying to control everything if you are to see things take their natural course. Sometimes when we are trying to control everything, it really turns our reality into a big knotted mess. And when we just step back and we let things unravel themselves, we can actually see that the universe has a plan, that we are just a character in our story, and that the writer of our story actually has everything planned out for us. Okay, so we just need to surrender. I feel like group 3, you've maybe been fearing this kind of defeat energy, that if you do take a stand, if you do take action, what if? What if I don't take the right move? I've messed up in the past. What if I do it again? And Spirit is saying, you won't. You won't mess up if you take the time and step back and contemplate. Analyze the options that you have. Take a moment to be the hanged man. See things from another perspective. Walk away and look at your reality with fresh eyes. But someone from your past is here to remind you that death is just another path. Death comes to us all. But death doesn't have to mean literal death. Death can just mean something that is being transformed and reborn, right? That's the alchemy of this. That's the fire and the water coming together, fusing a new reality into form. You are the one that needs to decide what you want that reality to be. So take the step back, and then when everything is in its place and you are connected to your intuition and what your heart truly wants, then you can take that leap of faith. Then you can take that risk. Because it won't be a risk, because you'll know. You'll know that it's where you're meant to go. Do you know what I mean? I'm like asking you, do you know what I mean rhetorically? Hold the space. Okay? Connect to the tree spirits. You have druids in your past who are trying to tell you that Mother Nature holds a lot of wisdom and you just need to connect with her. You might have indigenous ancestors who are trying to speak through to you too, through different animals, through air, through elements. So just take the time and see what unfolds. So let's see what other advice and guidance you have here from angels and ancestors. Okay, so from the Archangel Michael, we have explore your options. Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life purpose. Were we literally not just talking about stepping back and looking at all of the options that are there? Okay, so I feel like this woman on this Pegasus here, she's just like waiting to lift off and soar into her new life. We also have from the Enchanted Maps, details, details, details. This is literally about poring over all of the possible outcomes, all the options. Where is it that you want to move? What direction is it that you want to take? Taking the time. From the spell casting, we have passion. Find that thing that ignites your passion and head in that direction. There's a lot of similar energy to pile 2, honestly. From the Moonology, we have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Every single reading for the Moonology, they had a new moon. This is fascinating. It's all about rebirth. This is a collective energy that's coming through. Meditate and contemplate. Take the time. Like, honestly, like I can't even make this up. Look at this one. Slow down to relax. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. Take the time to just appreciate everything that you have. The water that you drink, the sleep that you get, the fresh air that you breathe, the people that are around you that give you love and inspire you. Just take the time. Like, enjoy the simple things in life, honestly. when it comes to life, like sometimes you just need to take a step back, really savor that like cup of coffee, or that morning walk, or just take the little moments. They're really special. Hold the space for them. All right, and then your last card, we have number 28, Mountain Goddess, high vibration, mindfulness, and power of the mind. I feel like group 3, you have such a power in you're very cerebral, in that I feel like no matter what it is, like what idea that you have, if you have passion behind it, you can manifest literally anything. So find that thing that drives you, that pulls you forward, as you step back, right? As you step back, contemplate, what is it, that thing that drives you and inspires you? And once you find it, that is what is going to set this new dimension into form. Archangel Michael is literally telling you, explore options. You have so many options. So many options. You have this king energy that's just waiting to be set into motion. With the knights that you got, knights are actually the king energy. You're emotionally mature. You're ready. So just take the time to meditate and contemplate. And don't be afraid. You will know when to take action. That's the beauty of this reading. You will know when to take action. Trust that there is a higher vibrational power that is coming through to you, that is connecting with you, and just surrender to it. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Group 3. Thank you so much for sharing your magical energy. This is just so inspiring, and it's so, there are so many beings right now who are looking out for you. There are beings in the mountains. There are beings in the trees. There are your ancestors. There are so many facets of higher vibrational life forms that want to see you succeed. So all you need to do is take the time, and that is when you will start to hear their guidance and wisdom coming through. So thank you so much. Thank you. Very grateful to all of our angels and ancestors who've come through today. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and guidance with us. And if you're interested in going out into the woods on a little walk, the links will be below for those little walks where we connect to the tree spirits in a very druid-like fashion. But if you're leaving me here, thank you so much. Feel free to give us a thumbs up, comment if you feel inspired to do so, and subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hello everyone who chose the maple leaf, and welcome to your walk in the woods, where we are going to connect with nature spirits and our beautiful maples. So I feel like the maples have just been singing lately to me. I feel like anybody else who's up in the northern hemisphere during fall season knows how magical they truly are. With their beautiful golden red leaves. So these are all sugar maples here. And I feel like for those of you who chose the maple leaf, I feel like there is this abundance. This beautiful, beautiful abundance that is getting ready to be born into your life. And I'm noticing the leaves like waving. They're like, hello. You're waving to your future abundance and love. I feel like the maple leaves right now are this beautiful golden yellow color. So I feel like this is a real important time for you to connect with your solar plexus chakra. I feel like your spirit team is saying, this is where the confidence is. This is where the power is. This is where you'll be able to express yourself. You really need that confidence. You really need to focus on healing your solar plexus chakra. So let's just see. Oh, I love this one. This maple here. Let's just take a moment to connect with this energy of this tree. This beautiful sugar maple. What do you have to say to us, maple tree? For some of you, I'm hearing you're almost there. It's like you're almost there. You're at the final lap of the race, and you're going to be able to take a break. You've worked so hard, and I feel like all of this energy that you've put into healing yourself and healing others and just putting this work into your life, I feel like you're about to reap the abundance. And with my dog digging this hole here, I feel like for some of you, you felt like you've dug yourself into a pit. But you know what? I feel like digging a hole is really important because you want to plant seeds in holes, right? You want to have the seed completely covered in the darkness so that it can take the time that it needs to germinate. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you've taken that time, or you are taking that time now to go within the darkness before you can figure out where it is that you want to spread your roots and then thus spread your branches. I'm being drawn to these beautiful stone walls here. And the stone walls are almost being consumed by Mother Nature, in a sense. And these stone walls were placed here by humans who were farming. So I feel like it's a symbol that you the group that chose the maple leaf, there's these old ways of doing things in your mind, little pathways that have been conditioned. I feel like we dig ourselves little tunnels, or you could see them as rivers. We dig ourselves these paths to follow. And when they no longer serve us, we forget that we're still taking these paths every day. In our mind, we're like, we wake up, we think the same thoughts, we do the same things. We run on an autopilot circuit, and we have to sever those circuits sometimes and rewire them to craft that new reality. So these stone walls here are symbols of something that's no longer serving us. You know, these rocks were piled here to allow for the agriculture of this land. But look at how the land is wild again. They're not growing, like we're not growing foods and crops here. We're letting the wild take back the land. We're letting the birch, the maple, the basswood, and the cherries come back. These trees. So I feel like there's a new reality waiting for you. Your spirit team and ancestors and angels and everyone is telling you that there is a new reality that you can step into. But the problem is that you have to stop looking back. You have to realize that you need to, once you open the door, you need to step through and close it behind you. You can't leave the door open to the past. You have to sometimes step into the new reality without knowing where it's going to go. So this is a really exciting energy to be in. I feel like you're entering into this unknown awakening. And sure, yes, you're going to have to say goodbye to a lot of things that have maybe comforted you in the past. But sometimes when we get too comfortable in our skin, we stagnate. And we no longer know what our soul's desires are. We no longer know what our purpose is. Oh, look at those gorgeous maples in the distance. Actually, I think some of those are aspen. It's hard to tell sometimes from that far away. But I think that's reality telling you, group that chose the maple, to really truly see life from a higher perspective. You need to step out of the way that you have been perceiving your reality and see it. You could look through the eyes of, say, friends and family. You could look through the eyes of your future self. You could look through the eyes of people who have lived the ways that you've lived before. What I mean by that is, if you're maybe doing something that your relatives have done, maybe it's time to step away from that and realize, do I want to be putting my energy into something that's old and outdated, or do I want to start my life fresh and be reborn? Be reborn in what it is that you truly want. Do you want to start a family? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a new spiritual endeavor? Maybe it's important that you take a particular substance that might help to awaken. And I don't mean like necessarily a plant substance. This can just be a substance in your brain that you can awaken inside your brain by meditating. There's all kinds of ways to reach altered state of consciousness, to reach that higher perspective. But I think it's so important that you take the time, or if you've taken the time, just keep following the path and trusting that you're on the right path. If you feel lit up inside. Because oftentimes we get, like I said, stagnant. We get lost. We get lost in the darkness of not knowing where we want to go because we have all these voices, all these people telling us what we are meant to do and what we should do. And I feel like for you guys, you're only beginning to remember who your voice is. That inner child of yours that's crying out, saying, please, please listen to me. Please, I need this. That inner child is asking you to have fun. It's asking you to embrace passion once more and live that life of your dreams. So step into that new life. Step into that power and that love that's waiting for you. And let go of those things, those toxic patterns that aren't serving you. You will be so much better for it if you do. It's just so hard to say goodbye, and it's so hard to let go. But if something is poisoning you, if something is holding you back, if something doesn't ignite your fire, it's time to say goodbye. So I hope that some of that resonated with you, and we will see you in another reading. Thank you so much for wandering by with us. And if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can come on future walks with us, and maybe one day soon I will show my face. But we shall see. So thank you so much to the trees and to the woods. We will see you in the next walk. Bye. Hello, magical beings. If you chose the golden beech leaf, this is going to be your walk in the woods, where we connect with the tree spirits and the nature spirits, and just connect with any messages that are meant to come through to us today. I feel like our spirit teams are really active, and they really want to communicate and help you. So here is the beautiful beech tree. Beech trees are so magical because in the dark of winter, they actually still hold on to all of their leaves. So you'll see like this barren landscape with this golden tree. It's just beautiful. But right now it's fall, so there is still lots of other trees with leaves. So Spirit is really saying, let's take a moment to connect with this beech tree. And I'm sure we'll come across a lot more beech trees, but what messages are meant to come through? Let's see. Well, I can hear it like in the wind. Your spirit guides are really trying to communicate to you through this tree. This really ancient old beech. I feel like Spirit is saying, the beech tree is saying, it's going to get a lot easier. I know you've been through so much. I know you're tired, and I know that you want to give up. But you're entering into a phase of your life where you are about to bloom, where you are about to be a guide to so many. You are so strong and so powerful. to hold on to so much, to be there as a guide to so many people. You're holding the hands of maybe too many people. You're trying to pull them out of the darkness. Or you're trying to work to pull yourself out of the darkness. And this is the time. This is the time to accept your darkness. Accept the path that you have been through. Accept it. Hold no regrets. And know that you are a tiny fleck of stardust experiencing itself in this reality. Like the trees, you're here to grow. You're here to expand. And Spirit is encouraging you to take the time to enjoy your life, to not feel obligated, to not just focus on expectation and obligation, but to focus on the joys in life. Find your bliss. Find that thing that makes you come to life and glow. That is what the beech tree is communicating with you. Find that thing that brings you to life, and that will be your shelter. That will be your home. That will guide you. Once you find your bliss, once you find that soul calling, it's a cloak almost to protect you, to guide you. So you can see as we step away from the beach, it gets darker. See, there's so much light over here with the beech trees. And then step away. And there's a few maple trees that are offering that golden color. So I almost just tripped. I'm tripping over these. What are they? These little saplings. So that could mean that there are, I don't know, still voices that are no longer having your best interest at hand. And so I think it's important to be discerning. That's a message that's kind of a collective message that's being expressed through the trees today. That there are people that maybe don't have your best interest and that are vying for your energy. But it's important that you focus on your own energy, because how are you supposed to grow into a mighty beech tree if you're just focusing on trying to help all of these little wounded guys here? And these little wounded guys here are wounded because the deer are very active here. So the deer eat all of these saplings before they even have time to grow. And some of them make it. Some of them have the strength and fortitude to make it. But most of them will never make it. And those who do will rise up into the sky. And I feel like at one point you guys were these little tiny saplings just trying to get past the eyes of the deer, just trying to get to that level where you can expand. And I feel like now you're reaching that level where you can expand like these mighty beech. And beech trees, they grow in really dry conditions. So I feel like maybe you've had to nurture yourself. Like beech trees really have to focus on nurturing themselves. And then they produce these really rich nuts, these really rich fatty nuts. And that's what actually the deer live off of. So it's really fascinating. Oh, there's so many beech trees and oak trees up here and maple. This is a really bountiful area. I feel like Spirit is saying, you've gone through the hard part. You've really gone through the hard part. And now you're going to have the abundance. So the beech trees produce, like I said, these really delicious nuts. And I feel like you're getting to the point where you're going to reap that harvest of those beautiful nuts that you're going to be creating. So the nuts could honestly be, it could be some sort of project you've been working on. Maybe you're starting a family. Maybe you're starting a new relationship, a creative project, whatever it is. You're getting ready to reap those benefits. Oh, I'm seeing some deer poo. Yep. So, yeah, you're stepping away from the old and you're entering into the new. Oh, look at all the birds. Honestly, the birds are messengers. I feel like you could honestly be receiving a message very soon. You could be receiving messages from your spirit guides through the guise of animals and symbols and synchronicities. Or you could be receiving a message from a person if you're awaiting a job offer, or you're awaiting, I don't know, a response from someone in your life. You could be receiving that message soon. I'm noticing all these little birds. You could also just be gaining maybe more followers if you have a platform or something. Either you've got more people that are interested in maybe what you're doing and what you're working on. But I'm noticing that the sun is coming out, you guys. The sun is shining, and you're going to be able to expand rapidly even. If it's been a slow go, if you've been working really hard and you haven't seen the progress, that time is coming. The harvest is here. That's interesting. I'm seeing some acorns, but it looks like all the acorns from these oaks are being eaten. So the squirrels are making quick way with all of the food that's produced. So I feel like Spirit's saying that you're going to have people that want to consume whatever it is that you're creating. Maybe you're a chef, maybe you're making food, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a musician, whatever you are, you're going to be creating something that people actually want to enjoy or consume or pay attention to. So that's a really beautiful energy to be entering into. Oh, and I'm just being drawn to all of this beautiful moss here. I feel like you're connecting with your heart again. Judging by the beautiful emerald green color, I just feel like you're connecting to this heart chakra that maybe in the past you've distanced yourself from your heart because it was too painful. Something happened in your life and it was really painful. And now you're able to finally connect with your heart again, and you're able to accept the things that have happened to you. And Spirit is saying that's going to allow you to be able to move into this new dimension and start to offer up your love and your energy again in a way where you can give it without expecting to receive. And in so doing, when you do that, that's when you start to receive the abundance. That's when you start to receive your gifts, is when you start to just give out of the joy, out of love, out of knowing that everyone in your life is just an extension of you. You are everyone. Like, all the trees here are interconnected with each other under the ground. They all work together. They all share nutrients. Like, look at this oak. This oak and this spruce tree, they're working together. In the hot of the summer, I feel like this oak tree is going to shade this tree so that it doesn't get burned. And in the winter, this tree like holds onto the extra nutrients that comes through once the oak loses its leaves. I just feel like they're working together. So I feel like you're going to come into a reality where you're going to be able to work together with like minds, and you're not going to feel like people are taking from you, that you're going to feel like people are giving to you. It's beautiful energy. And look at that wind. That's a sure confirmation that Spirit is saying, just go with the flow, go with the direction of your heart, and all of your bounty and all of your abundance will come to you, just like all the beech nuts and the acorns off these beautiful trees here. So thank you so much for connecting with the nature spirits today. I hope you enjoyed your little walk in the woods, and we will see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment if you feel called to do so in this magical dimension of life that we live in. And thank you again. Hello, magical beings. If you chose this beautiful golden brown oak leaf, this is going to be your walk in the woods, where we're connecting with the tree spirits and all the nature spirits, and we're looking for helpful advice and messages that are meant to find you, support and guidance. And so if our beautiful druid ancestors come through today, if our spirit team comes through in any way, we're going to just take what messages resonate. And we're being led by my beautiful little dog here. I often see her as one of my spirit guides, so she can be all of our spirit guides today. So currently, lovely human beings, we are walking through a dark cedar forest. and it's quite mystical and cold, and there's a lot of energy brewing here. So what messages am I hearing for you? What messages are coming through? I feel like some of you are questioning the path that you are on. As I walk along this path and I'm noticing all the debris everywhere, there's all these logs that have been kind of moved to the side. And I feel like maybe this path that you've taken in life has been somewhat tumultuous, somewhat rocky. And I'm looking up at all of these trees that are falling onto each other, and it seems like a really crowded space. Normally in the forest, you want to have kind of an open understory so that more life can grow. So here you've got all these fallen trees and more life will be able to sprout. But because it's such a dark forest, there's not a lot of little saplings. I just feel like for some of you, you've been trapped between all these different ideas. And there's a lot of people maybe speaking to you and sending you into different directions. And you're not sure which is the voice. What's the voice of your soul? Now, I'm just really being drawn to these two trees. That one that was alive and the other one is falling onto this dead tree. And I just feel like there is a tower moment that has happened to you. Or there is a very intense tower moment that is maybe being brought about. And that's okay. I want to say that your spirit team has you by the hands, by the heartstrings, to guide you through this. Because we know that these tower moments are here to wake us and shake us up. And all of these trees in this forest will one day die. But right now they're reaching up into the sky to find that light so that they can grow taller and taller. And I feel like you might feel like you're competing with so many other voices, so many other beings to try to get your voice heard. Maybe for some of you, you even feel like, what's the point of even trying? There's just already so much out there. If you're like a content creator, you might feel like, what's the point in me spreading my voice when there's already so many people who are sharing a similar message? But that's important. We want to spread similar messages. We want to encourage certain voices to be heard. And if only one voice is heard, like think of like a choir. A choir has a really powerful sound versus just one person singing, right? So it's okay to have a message that's similar to others. But I think that Spirit is saying, just judging by all of these trees that are falling apart, I feel like something in your life is falling away, is falling apart, and it's decaying. But that's okay. That is so important for new life to grow. Think of all of these little saplings. Look, we're entering into a new phase of the forest where you can see that there are small trees. Look here. Small trees, small saplings that are coming up out of the ground because there is more light. Okay, in the darkness there were all these other trees, like all the cedars, they were darkening the landscape below. And it wasn't allowing for any of these trees to grow. So I feel like maybe you're being called to embody, like take the message that you're trying to share, whether it's a story, whether you're creating content online, whether you're a musician, whether you have something to share at a company, maybe you have like a way in which you want to raise like your children, or maybe you just have like a perspective that needs to be heard. And you were trying to fit in with all the other voices. And Spirit is saying, that's okay, but you also have to have your solo moment where you step forward from the choir and you sing your authentic song. So Spirit is saying, sometimes it's okay to let these old ideas of what you thought you needed to be, you know, what you thought you should be or what you should do, and let them fall away. So yes, it's important to work in a group setting, but it's also important to step up. If you feel like you are being encumbered, if you feel like you are being smothered by all these other voices, if you don't feel like there's a harmony or a resonance in this team or group or reality that you're working with other people, if you don't feel balance in it, it's okay to step away and to try to find your true north and to try to find where it is that you want to grow, where it is that you want to put down your roots. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, you guys. I'm being drawn to like all the little leaves falling down, the maples. I know you chose the oak, and we have yet to see an oak yet, which I find really fascinating. I feel like because we haven't seen an oak yet, I feel like maybe you're one of a kind. Like you do have an authentic message, and I feel like, yes, you've been trying to blend in with others and it's just not working for you. So you need to step out of that particular situation, whether it's a situation, a relationship, a career path. You need to step out and enter into a whole new dimension, a whole new reality where you can express yourself. Express however weird and wonky you are. Because that's why we're here on this tiny little speck of floating matter in an endless universe. We are here to express what bit of authenticity we have. Some of us are meant to be part of the herds, but some of us are meant to shine. And I don't mean that against other beings. I'm just saying that for some of you, you are literally meant to be a beacon to so many. I'm just being drawn to this particular area where we're being surrounded by these maples. Look at all these maple leaves. I would try to take the time to maybe go and connect with a maple tree. I know there's like a lot of oak trees somewhere around here, but the maple beings, I don't know, like there's so many different like soul groups in our realities, and I feel like your soul tribe, you might be like an oak person and you might resonate with maple people, you know what I mean? I know that that's like a really obscure way of perceiving it, because maybe you've been with cedar people for too long and you tried to fit in with the cedar people and you just weren't fitting in. So I would say go to the maples. The maples are the beings who would help you to shine, to help you to grow and share your confidence and share your light with others. And as we head back into the darkness of these cedars here, cedars are very powerful, wise beings, yes. But sometimes it's important to take the wisdom and step away. You don't need to feel beholden to certain beings in your life. You shouldn't feel like you are necessarily responsible or beholden or trapped by certain people. If you feel trapped by people, that's a clear sign that it might be time for you to step away. All right, well, we are heading through the cedar forest right now. The cedars are incredibly cleansing. But they're cleansing in the sense that, like, yes, they force you to go into the darkness. So you've maybe been forced to go into the darkness. And I think you've realized a lot about yourself and a lot about the other beings around you. And you're realizing that you want to put your energy in a place where it will grow. Let's see, what are we being drawn to? Oh, look at this. What a strange fungi. See, even on the dead and decaying, this is a maple tree. So even on the dead and decaying, there is such life, such growth, such a network to create. So, you know what? I think it's important that you work in secret. Okay? Take your ideas and hold on to them. Don't share them just yet. I feel like there is something that needs to brew under the surface. And that's what mycelium and mushrooms, they do. They work under the surface of the tree. And then when the rains come, that's when they explode. That's when they come to the surface. So Spirit is maybe saying to you guys, take the time to work in secret. Work underground. Work on your manifestations in a way that others can't put their energy into it. I feel like it's important to keep your projects or your vision or your manifestation just hidden a little while longer. And then the right people will come to you and you will be able to share your vision with them and they will be able to help and guide you forth. But I do feel like it's important that you take the time to germinate and just work on the idea, or work on you could be working on yourself too. Like you could be working on yourself, you could be working on like a project, maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're working on music. It's important to take the time for yourself. It's important to take the time to step back and focus on your own light, your own growth for a little while. Just like these little saplings here, look, they have all the light that they need. They're beside the cedars, but the cedars aren't shading them. They're not encumbering them anymore. So I feel like, yeah, you need to step away and put your roots down in a place where you know that you'll be able to grow into the majestic being that you are. So I hope some of those messages resonated. Sorry if the camera's been a bit wonky and jostly, and I'm so sorry that we haven't connected with an oak tree yet. Here, let me just take a moment to find one. So I went on a little bit of a walk and I have found all of the oak trees. Look at them all. This is like the oak haven. So we're going to connect with one of the oak trees and we're going to just see what messages are coming through. Hello, beautiful oak. What messages are coming through for the beautiful oak beings? Some of you need to focus on your healing. There is a lot that you are going to accomplish and create and achieve in this life, but you cannot do it unless you take the time to heal. There's a lot of childhood wounds that need to be worked on. And I feel like it's important that you take the time to step away and focus on your own inner world. Your inner world is a maze. And if you felt lost in the past in your maze, know that all you need to do is open your heart. And your heart will be the beacon that will guide you through the darkness, that will guide you through this maze. You'll be able to follow the branches of your heart. And you'll know where it is that you're meant to go. You'll know where it is that you're being called to go. Because I feel like so many of you have tried to move forward into a new reality without fully healing the old. And we cannot move forward if we do not acknowledge what has happened to us, acknowledge it, understand it, accept it, love it, understand that it's a part of our story, a part of who and what we are. But we do not need to use it, we do not need to let it hold us back. That's what the oak tree is saying to you. That is the wisdom that is coming through. That you need to take the time to heal these wounds. I feel like you've been embodying this kind of like warrior masculine energy of like, I can do it, like I can do it, I can keep fighting, even though like my arm is bleeding and my leg is like swollen and I'm just like falling apart. Spirit is saying, no, these battles that you're fighting are an illusion. And you need to pull your energy back and lick your wounds and heal yourself. And once you've done that, once you've gone on that internal journey and healed maybe not only your internal wounds, but maybe you have physical wounds, maybe you have childhood traumas that you really need to work on. That will truly allow you to build a solid foundation to be able to expand and express yourself and climb up into the light again. But if you haven't fully healed yourself, how can you expect to climb up into the sky like a mighty oak? How can you expect to give life and sustenance to others if you cannot give life and sustenance to yourself first? And I'm not saying to do it in a selfish way. I'm saying to do it in a way that a mother would a child, giving love, giving care. So nurture yourself, mother yourself if you need to. Look at that oak tree. That oak tree is focusing on its abundance. And you know why? Because it wants its future children to grow and expand. The bigger this tree gets, the more acorns it can produce, and then the more children it will produce. And the wind comes through to say, yes, take the time for yourself. Take the time to heal. Heal yourself and we heal the world. That is the message that is coming through for you. Your ancestors are behind you. They are telling you that it doesn't matter how strong you convince yourself you are. How strong are you really? Because it takes strength and courage to take the time to work on ourselves. It takes so much strength to be able to tell others, you know what? I need time. I'm sorry, but I need time to focus on my healing. It's hard for some of us to do that, especially empaths who feel like they need to give all their energy that they get away. You've got to save some for yourself. So I hope that message resonated. I hope it wasn't too intense or too triggering for you guys, but I just want you to know that there is so much abundance waiting for you once you wrap yourself in a blanket of your own love. And the oaks are here. So take the time to connect with an oak tree. Find an oak tree somewhere, touch her bark and connect with her, and you will hear the message ringing loud and clear. Heal yourself and grow as the spiritual warrior that you are. So thank you so much for being here on this beautiful walk and sharing your energy. Please like and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you want to comment and share your experiences, we'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, thank you so much for connecting with the nature spirits. Thank you, angels and ancestors, for any messages that you felt like sharing. Thank you for those messages. And we will see you in the next walk. Thanks for wandering by, you guys.